First and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And today's lesson is going to be, aren't you Israelites sick and tired of oppression? This is the book of Psalms 9 verse 9, and I'm going to read until verse 10. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to be a safe haven for the oppressed in the time of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. That's why it's so important to know the names of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh, and his Son's name is Yahweh Shai. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. This is the book of Proverbs 14 verse 31. He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker. And who's oppressing the poor? Us Israelites. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Because Esau, Edom hates our Lord. Esau, Edom hates Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. So, of course, Esau is going to hate the Lord's chosen people, us Israelites. But he that honoreth him had mercy on the poor. This is the book of Zechariah 7 verse 9, and I'm going to read until verse 10. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother. We Israelites have to show compassion and mercy to our fellow Israelite brothers and sisters, and oppress not the widow. And the widow is a woman that has no man. Either he died or is not in the woman's life. And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. This is the book of Malachi 3 verse 5. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages. And the hireling in his wages is the average Israelite, especially Jake, who works a minimal wage job that he may hate, and the job may be boring, but he continues to work the job because he needs the money. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts. This is the book of St. Luke 4 verse 18. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he had anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He had sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised. This is the book of James 2 verse 5, and I'm going to read until verse 6. Hearken, my beloved brethren, had not God chosen the poor of this world rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he had promised to them that love him? But ye have despised the poor, because a Israelite will look at another poor Israelite and look at him or her as if he or she is worthless. The Israelites, especially Jake, if you don't have any money, or if you don't have any status in this society, Jake looks at you like you're worthless. But ye have despised the poor. Do it not rich man oppress you, and draw you before the judgment seats? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is oppressing the nation of Israel, especially Jake. When you see the police pull Jake over, sometimes the police will plant drugs on Jake, and Jake tells the police You planted the drugs on me. I don't use drugs or sell drugs. But the police are corrupt. And next thing you know, Jake is in court. And who do you think the judge is going to favor? The police. And next thing you know, Jake is doing years behind bars for a crime he didn't commit. Esau Edom has the power over our nation, over Israel. So Esau is going to do what he wants with us, but not for long. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is on his way to take Esau Edom out of power. Aren't you Israelites sick and tired of oppression? Shalom.